Today we begin with a new story written by Anton Chekhov. The title of the story is Grief. Now, Anton Chekhov was a eminent Russian playwright and master of the short story. And this story, Grief, is a typical example of Chekhov's craftsmanship. It is a very simple, heartrending story written in a simple manner, but one can observe the minuteness of detail whilst reading the story. The author's sense of sorrow at man's inhumanity towards man and his compassion for the lonely and the downtrodden is reflected in this very disturbing tale or story. Now, Unit 1 begins with a very pertinent question. To whom shall I tell my grief? It's a very important question because people are so involved and engrossed in their lives that they have no time for others. Their lives are so self centered that they hardly have time for their own people or for their neighbors, and this is reflected in this story by the author. So, the setting of the story, if we go to see, is a Russian country and the time is twilight. Now, twilight is the period before sunrise or after sunset when it is neither dark nor when the atmosphere is completely lit. And it is winter time and there is a thick, wet snow that is all around on the streets, and thin layers of snow can be seen on the roof, on the horses' backs, on the people's shoulders, and their hats. So it's quite a dreary atmosphere. Now, the main character that is introduced over here is Iona Potapov, who is a cab driver. And he looks, by his appearance, very white and resembles a phantom. Phantom is a kind of a ghost. And in posture, he is bent doubly as far as the human body can bend. And one can reason that he is bending probably is because of the extreme cold. And because he is feeling cold, he is in that state, in that motionless state for a long time because he does not make any move. And his little horse also is quite white and motionless. And it seems that the horse, like the rider of the horse cat, is plunged in deep thought. And the author gives the reason for this deep thought probably because the rider or the owner of the cart and the horse has been forced to move from the village to the city. And this city is full of monstrous or very bright lights, unceasing noise, and people hurrying and scurrying about. So, probably they are deep in thought, wondering if the decision of shifting from the village to the city was right. So, Iona and his little horse have not moved from their place for quite a long while. They had left their yard where the horse was before dinner and had not picked up any customers, and the evening had was soon turning into night, and there was a mist that was descending over the town. The rush and the noise was getting louder, and in this atmosphere Iona could hear someone shouting loudly, "Cabby, cabby for Viborg Way," which means that hopefully he would now have his first customer of the evening. Here ends your unit 1.